I just hit my knee, chat. Ah. But I just banged my knee. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, what we got? What we got today? What up? Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? G Star, Samson, Charmaine, Recession Proof. What up? What up? What up? Why is it on Dixie? Why are we on US dollar? Yeah, we had a crazy move through overnight. Not a good sign for Friday. Not a good sign for New York session, chat, but we still got lows down here. So we could potentially play into this. This is a monthly gap. We mentioned in the chat, eyes on monthly BISI right here. We should reach into that today. That should be final destination for the session. But unfortunately, we might get there like right now. We've been trendy. I want to play continuation to downside. Ideally into the lows. Will we get that? Don't know. We've been pretty unfortunate with the markets lately. Delivery's been terrible. A lot of C setups. So we just gotta wait. We gotta find some good setups. We did move out of that daily consolidation chat, so that's a really good sign, right? Really, really, really good sign here that we're moving out of this. But look how much we've already moved overnight. So, not ideal. Here's equities open. But yeah, we really moved overnight. Trended down. So I'm a little bit skeptical that this session's gonna be good. Five-minute SIBI. MD in the monthly would be great. I want to play this down into the monthly BISI just for a quick little short. It looks like ES is actually leading for lower. What's my idea? My idea is continuation model shorts to the downside to the monthly gap. So I want to see continuation to downside on NQ, ideally. Look at that nasty ifvg right off open. That's kind of a nasty 1 hour candle. We tagged the 4 hour. We SMT'd off this. This would have been a good short. Dude, last night was nice. I should have looked at it. I mean, I don't really trade at anything other than New York AM. I kind of just how I approach trading is I turn my brain off. After New York AM, I just literally don't think about it, and that's what helps me stay consistent and focus on my process. But damn, last night was clean. Trading the 4 hour SIBI flip. I mean, this is beautiful. This is really good delivery off the 4 hour. Look how obvious this was. Clear, dude. Clear sell model to the lows. That's nice. That is nice overnight price. Took a pre-market short. Interesting. LMAX, what's up, bro? It almost looks like ES is actually more willing to see downside here. That's a daily swing. So I want to ideally short into the monthly BISI on NASDAQ and the daily swing on ES. The thing is, will it give us something? I mean, if we're just to play this, the R is going to be... We could play a base hit into the lows. Ah, ES is weaker though. It's the same thing as yesterday, chat. Exactly what we talked about. I think ES is weaker. So how do I play this? It's the problem here. I want to be in the weaker ticker. It's exactly the rant that I went on yesterday. It's like, how do I play ES to this low? We could play ES off the NQ confirmation. Ah, it's going, man. It's going. I would have wanted to be break even by the monthly gap though. That's the thing. Tough. This is probably just gonna go into the monthly BISI now. Something like that into the lows. We're not gonna get a trade here. This is high conviction shorts too into the lows. I'd feel really good about these lower. Then you'd be break even by monthly BISI. It just sold right through the confirmation too. If this like kind of just closed right there, I would have took ES off the NQ confirmation. Yeah, we're not gonna get this. This is gonna tag monthly BISI. All right, we'll scratch that. High confirmation or high conviction into the lows though. That would have been a good high conviction short to me. I mean, we hit London. If monthly BISI stays intact, then maybe we can still play this down. But I think it's gonna run a monthly BISI here. Once these lows go, the idea is scratch to me. Low should go very, like I said, very high conviction. There's a big difference between these types of setups where it's very high conviction to the draws versus the other stuff we've been seeing. So like the majority of trades that we've taken the last 2 weeks have been C setups, lower conviction. This short would have been very high conviction. Into the buy side lows. I mean sell side lows, jeez. Right into the monthly BISI and the sell side lows. Should see that get tagged right here. I don't know how interested I'll be after the monthly BISI goes. If we... Yeah, nah, this is GG's. This is gonna go to the lows. It just doesn't... I don't have any way of structuring this unless we literally run a 1-to-1. You would have to run a 1-to-1 off the gap entry. It tagged monthly BISI at GG's. Right. We tagged monthly gap. That's the draw hit. We called it last night. Look, eyes on monthly BISI in the Discord. Should see the daily sell side low still go. How would your sell be from there and not the 1 minute SIBI from the top of the last candle? Because I knew that this was gonna just run. I wanted to play this, and I was gonna play this inversion. So the model, I was gonna play this inversion on either of the two into the lows. But then we just, like if this candle closed in here, I would have taken that. But then we just ran all the way through. NQ is like a 1.3 into the monthly gap. We should see ES still hit the lows based on how this is delivering through. Tough chat. The trades that work that we have high conviction in, don't give us the entry. But this is better price delivery. Much better. You guys see the difference in a session like today versus what we saw on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What up, Zachy? Yeah, this one just ran without us. And this is misleading too, because I was feeling like ES is almost weaker, but NQ delivered way better into the monthly gap. That would have been about a 1.3. But you guys see why this is high conviction, why this would be like a B, another B short. Wow, this is running lower. This might dig deeper. So fair value on the monthly is this. We've been waiting for this, chat. I told you guys I wanted to see this monthly leg retrace. We've been waiting for this for so long, bro. I feel like I waited my whole life for this. Waited my whole life for this moment. Then they're gonna send it back up later off the monthly gap. Once they're ready to run it back to all-time highs, they got all this waiting for them. But right now it's in retracement mode on the monthly leg. We're about to hit monthly low. Yeah, we already hit the monthly BISI, and then we're gonna hit a daily low on ES. Yeah, we hit the monthly gap. I waited my whole life for this. Straight up, that's how it felt. These were tough times, man. That was some of the worst price I've seen all year. Just every session we wake up, it's decoupled. Every session that they're just moving straight into consolidation. No fall through. Much better price yesterday and today. But of course, it makes the entire move overnight. And then now we come into New York and we've basically achieved that higher time frame draw. So it's not been ideal through New York. Asia and London session traders are getting treated better lately. But in the aggregate, that's generally not the case. New York will come back to glory. New York will come back to glory, chat. I mean, ES still has a ways to go. If this sees a lot of downside, then we probably see it reach into this fair value area, and then ES digs deeper. Yeah, it is ugly. Like, I think that this digs deeper, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if NQ digs deeper into this leg down here, like the fair value area right here. Would not surprise me at all, especially because ES has so much more room to retrace. We're running lower. NQ looks like it's leading shorts, so honestly, I think this plays into the lows. But again, 0.9R. I think this will play into the lows though, ideally. But NQ took out the monthly BISI. I don't want to short the stronger ticker. I think this will go run down to the ES lows though. This area feels like a trap. I feel like it digs deeper. But it's tough. The shorts into that monthly gap would have been perfect if we got them. We could have took some off here, then trailed a little bit. But it was very clear. Downside continuation at open. Very, very clear. If we'd have traded through home, dude, if I traded London and Asia, I would be cooking right now. Man, that's sad. I would be cooking right now, bro. Trend. Just beautiful, beautiful trend. We would have just shorted, took partials, let the thing run. It's just been cooking, I can tell, dude. Last night was nice. Finally, we broke that daily range, so that's good. That's a good sign. It's a tough spot because it's like, do I want to play continuation right after we just hit this monthly BISI and try to run continuation into these lows? Because I do feel like this digs deeper, but it's just a sus spot. I want to see how we close through this, but it's kind of a sus spot to try to play continuation right here, almost setting ourselves up. Let's see what happens on this. BPR right there in the 1 minute. You might see a little pop here on the retracement. The music in the background, let me hear it. Hold on. What's wrong with the music? Ah, the last one, I don't know. If you can clip it, I'll take it out the playlist. I just made a non-copyright playlist, that's all that is. Yeah, today's OPEX. Look at the difference on that retracement because this is a stronger ticker. So it became more clear and apparent now that NQ is a weaker ticker and ES is stronger. Flip that. This is going to retrace now. Let's see how this retracement plays. For our gap. For our gap. What do you mean? Rate of 8's under maintenance? Is it? I don't think mine is. Jones, did you trade the last 3 weeks? Because shit was tough, bro. If you took some time off, that's W vacation, bro. W vacation. The last 3 weeks were bad. W vacation timing. Kick me out. I restarted and it's all good. Nice. This is kind of a tough spot to short, being that we just tagged the monthly gap. Yeah, dude, it's been bad. It has been bad. I executed poorly yesterday, chat, but I held myself accountable in the Discord and know exactly what I did wrong. We should have been up 1.5 yesterday. That's user error. You know, occasionally that's going to creep into your system, but it's your job to mitigate that and make sure it doesn't become a pattern. Yesterday we should have closed 1.5. Now we're going up. I can sense markets on BS. I think sells are too obvious, and we have equal highs above. See if this is a retracement or if it bounces this off the monthly gap. But yeah, we have equal highs in this buy side up there. What, Cam? You mean you're human? What the F? I'm an alien. Nah. I'm very much a human being. But yeah, it's just important to not let those mistakes compound, right? We want the base hits. We want our strengths to compound. We want the good days of execution to compound. We want to just literally every single day attack our process. If I sit here every day and I attack my process, and I focus on doing the right things every session, that's what matters, and that's what's the money just falls as a byproduct. Knew it would do that, bro. These markets give edge. Bro's getting edged by the markets. It's crazy. Bounce off the lows. Bro's getting edged by the markets. Let's see what we do here. I want to see if this is a retracement. To then see more downside to the next, monthly gap, or if this just bounces off the monthly gap. I low-key forgot to do the TT. TT, do you love me? I forgot to do it. Whatever the market's about to hit something big, it does a big ass retracement. Yeah, we just took out a monthly gap, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I think it makes sense that it's doing this. Big retracement off the monthly gap. Makes perfect sense to me. There's a reason that was our target. Kiki, you love me? Are you riding? So you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Let me do something real quick, chat. Should be Gucci. Kiki. Why is that dumbass song stuck in my head, bro? We got going on. Alright, I better make this thing go live on TT. And I'm down for you always. Alright. Our room's dirty. I'm moving right now though. Alright, TT's live. TT's live. I guess this market. I read that. 930 SM Tizzy. SM Tizzy. There's that clear 4-hour low. And yes, it's so sad. No, we haven't tapped the month. Yes, we did indeed tap the monthly gap, brother. I don't know what charts you're looking at, my boy. We did indeed tap this monthly gap. V-shaped reaction is sus. That area where London high was suspect. This F is running back toward the range. Oh, better not go back up into this range. I don't think it will. I highly doubt we revert back up there. It didn't hit the gap for you because you probably got the wrong settings. Turn on contract adjustment. Yo, the Tradeify CEO is mad funny, bro. Brett Simba, that dude's funny. He was on stream yesterday. And I guess he was probably in like Netflix options. I don't know if he was in calls or what, or posts, but he's like, by the power vested in me, I command Netflix to push. And then he's like, by all the failed evals this week, I command Netflix to put. Bro, that dude is probably raking in money right now off the last couple weeks of price action. Is Tradeivate down? The actual platform's down or what? Ignore my dog. Bounce off monthly gap makes sense. Doesn't work. I wonder if I would be able to execute then. I mean, I'm not on the platform. I'm just linked in. Yeah, exactly. I think I'd be fine. Good pump off the monthly BISI. You took the 1 minute order flow flip out the monthly BISI or what? I thought this might want to dig deeper into the monthly leg, but we might just pop right here. Kiki. What a push off the monthly gap. Sheesh. What a push. That's a big push off the monthly BISI. Should we have full ported that monthly gap? Nope. This very well could have dug deeper into the leg, for sure. That's a good push off though. Good sequence off the lows. Yes, didn't even take the daily swing. Yes, on the higher time frame for sure is more bullish. Look at the difference in this fall through already. Look. So for longs, I like ES. Should see better fall through and more favorable price. We flip to 15. New 15 forming. This is gonna probably mess around though after we run these highs. Good push. Flipped over the 1 hour SIBI. ES ran the highs. This 1 hour highs ran. What the heck? Just see 4 hour SIBI tag here. It really has, and exactly, yeah, the short into the SIBI was the play. Agreed. I feel the same way. The short into the SIBI was definitely the play. Yeah, it just over confirmed, you know what I mean? It just ran without us. I was gonna short right here all day. We would have been trailed out probably on the second half somewhere in here, but we would have covered here and then trailed out the rest. It would have been a good probably 2 hour trade. Problem is this just over confirmed, like it just ran off the confirmation. At that point it's literally negative R to the low. I've been looking for this SIBI tap, thinking we didn't hit it, but I just need it. Yeah, you hit B edge off. A lot of people do that. Zachy, you probably have B edge off too. It's contract adjustment. Make sure you have it on. This could still play into the 4 hour SIBI, but we'll just retrace before we can get it. Nope, it will not. Should reach into it right here. London highs, aka 4 hour SIBI. Chat, markets got slow and our viewers cut in half. That's crazy. If you guys are here through the lows, you guys are real ones. I respect it. I very much respect it. And you guys are gonna get the most value out of the stream. Because the lows in the slower markets, like when we're trading less, is where you're gonna learn the most. but everyone just wants to be handed out free winners. Everyone wants to make money, take trades every day, FOMO into the market. And the truth is, not every day is a day to make money. I saw this tweet. I sent. I think I sent it in the Discord. I loved it. Let me find it. Such a good tweet. Hold on. Let me fix the mic so you guys can hear me a little bit better. All right. I saw this tweet. It says, this dude's a great trader too. It says, the people who feel the urge to do something every single day are the same ones who give back a month's worth of progress during a pullback or consolidation. Every day is a day to lose money, but not every day is a day to make money. That's a quote from Christian Kulamagi. I think that's how you pronounce it. That dude's a goated swing trader. Every day is a day to lose money, but not every day is a day to make money. Meaning, you can lose money in the markets every single day, but not every day do you have edge. And not every day is a day to trade, right? So we're able to let off the gas. We're able to sit out. We're able to stay out of the markets when we lack edge. And that's what we've had a lot more of the last 3 weeks. We've had tougher markets. We've had more losing trades. We've had less frequency. And so viewership on the stream is lower because people just want to be spoon-fed winning trades. They don't want to actually see the reality of trading, and they don't want to hold through the lows. But the lows are inevitable, right? So if you guys are here in the stream, you're real ones. I appreciate the support, and you're going to see how a real trader manages drawdown, how they manage slow markets, how they manage when delivery in the markets is not good and there's not a lot of edge. This is the most value you'll get right here. It's through the lower parts of the trading. Trading's unbelievably hard, chat. You know how hard trading is? So if you guys think it's all sunshine and rainbows and you can just take winning trades and never lose to the strategy, I'm sorry, but you're in for a rude awakening, right? That's what they'll post on Twitter. Everyone on Twitter wants you to think they don't lose, but you're just being shown what they want you to see. And that's why I have such a problem with the people that mislead on X. Drawdowns are unavoidable, dog. Like, you are going to go through drawdowns. It will happen. It's as sure as death and taxes, chat. You will go through drawdowns. Crazy pump. Yeah, we're bouncing hard off the monthly BISI. We bouncing hard off the monthly BISI. That's the 4-hour gap tag here. What a pump. Yeah, pretty crazy. It's as sure as death and taxes, chat. So make sure that you're bought into the idea that you're going to lose. Make sure you're bought into the idea that every day is a day to lose money. And downside and risk management is your shield as a trader. Right? If you want to put on armor against the markets, you should be managing your downside. If I ask you, what's your daily loss limit? What's the max you're willing to lose per day? You should be able to tell me in seconds because you know exactly what you're willing to lose on each day. What's your weekly loss limit? What's your monthly loss limit? You know what I mean? Like, you should know these things and be able to manage that downside, because that's one of the main things that you can control is what you're risking. Through risk management, you can make sure that you never lose your account. Like, that is a crazy superpower and a crazy thing to understand. There's levels to it, right? You want to have enough healthy risk to grow the account as well, but risk management is your shield. How many trades have you taken this month? I think I've only taken 7, and I usually take a trade every single day. So I'm usually at like 30, if not more, in a month. I think I've taken 7 trades this month. Relative lows on NQ were hit. To me, it's just monthly BISI. Monthly BISI. What a pump. What a pump. Kind of crazy, chat. What a pump. When you guys come to my stream, though, I don't want to go on too much of a yap and a rant, chat, but I just want to be as real as I can be with you guys. When you guys come to my stream, I want you to see real trading. Like, when you come to this stream, I want you to know that what you're seeing is everything. I want you to know that what you're seeing is the real deal. It's the real... This is trading, what you're seeing on stream every single day. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not getting off stream and gambling on the charts. Everything that I preach to you guys, I practice. And if I'm not practicing it, I'm holding myself accountable. Like yesterday, I traded poorly. I executed poorly. Everything that you see is real and it's raw. And I genuinely want everyone that watches the stream to get better, to learn, to be able to manage their drawdowns, to be able to start taking payouts out of the market and capitalize off prop firms, which are a great opportunity if you build a skill set. So when you come to this stream, just know you're getting 100% authentic, real, transparent trading. Like that's what separates my stream from others. But it's also, we really do this. We call price every single day. And everything you see is what you get. I'm not going to put on a front. I'm not going to sell you guys a dream. I'm not going to pretend that I don't lose or go through drawdowns, because that's you know, just that's a dream. That's a that shit does not exist, bro. I don't even feel like name dropping, chat, but I called another trader out yesterday, just not even on social media. Like, I don't need to engagement farm, but I saw his post and it pissed me off because my friend sent me one of his posts and it was borderline predatory what he was posting. So I called him out personally in the DM directly, and I said, "You're cap," and I said, "Show me proof, show me a track record, and I will gladly eat my words." And he couldn't do it, and he got defensive and he got all mad because I called him out. If I was a leech, if all I cared about was engagement, I would go create controversy on Twitter and do that to every person I know is a fucking fraud. But I don't care about that, you know what I mean? I just truly want you guys to learn. I want you guys to see what real trading is. I'm very passionate about that. We're bouncing hard off the monthly BISI. I mean, if this is the low that gets put in, then you should see this 4-hour SIBI flip, and we should see some good structure get put in. ES is as well as very much leading, right? So if you're gonna long, you want to be in S&P longs. They're gonna be more favorable for that direction than trying to trade NASDAQ longs here today. And now that we flipped the structure, this should act as fair value, right? We offer sell side and buy side. So to the upside here, we should kind of see this area now act as fair value if we're going to see more upside. This needs to retrace though. Has a good pump off the monthly gap. So potentially lows getting put in. We'll see, you know, how structure forms, especially on the 1 hour and the 4, as we see, you know, some more structure and information get put in. If this fully flips to upside, then that should be the low, and we might actually see this run all the way back up to all-time highs in the next couple of weeks, because like I said, they're setting this up for that all-time high run. I don't know when that's going to be. We could still see more downside retracement into the monthly leg like I talked about. We just kind of have to wait and see what the structure does here. If we flip over this gap and then we start to put in good 4-hour structure to the upside, then perhaps this runs all the way back to all-time highs. But it's really just a wait on more information type of thing, and you got to wait for structure to dictate. Everything's pumping, yeah. There's no FOMO, chat. This is within that 4-hour SIBI. This feels exactly like longs yesterday, where we're just kind of overextended. We try to play along here, then this 4-hour SIBI rejects or chops. So I'm not going to force into anything here. See what this does. I want a little bit of more information here. The easiest trade of the day, the easy money, like simple trade of the day would have been that short right into the lows. Super high conviction off the flip. This would have been the trade all day long. Unfortunately, it just absolutely ran. You know what I mean? Like, this didn't give the opportunity to get in because it just absolutely ran. There's trade of 8 maintenance. It looks like there's a technical issue with trade of 8 integration. We're currently in touch with the broker to resolve the issue. I might not even be able to execute right now because all of my fundeds are a trade of 8. Literally every trade that every account that I have on the copier is trade of 8. So we might not be able to execute here. Interesting spot though here where we're at the 4-hour CB. Maybe we're in an intermediate term retracement. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to gauge, is if this is a retracement that still actually because this very well, chat, this very well could be some longs covering at the monthly gap. This retracement comes into the 4-hour CB and we actually move back down and dig deeper into this monthly leg, right? So I'm not fully flipped on like, oh, we're going back to all-time highs yet. You need more structure, you need more information. I'm definitely not ready to be like, oh yeah, all-time highs back. You know, we need structure to validate that. You need to see this really put in some highs and lows like this type thing on the 4-hour for us to conclusively be like, yeah, this is running back to all-time highs. Kind of candles creating FOMO. Not for me, man. There's market opportunities every single day. It's not going anywhere. I'm not chasing up here. We'll see if we reject this 4-hour gap or flip over it. Are you looking to short it all today? Like I said, it really depends on this 4-hour CB and what we do. I'm waiting for information here. That's the beauty of price action chat, is there's always more information being provided to you, and so you can't marry one idea, you can't marry one direction. You just have to react to the new information that you're provided. Every 1-minute candle is a new candle of information. Every 15-minute candles, you know, 15 minutes of new information. So you're just always getting new information from the markets. Your job is more so to react than anything. It's not to marry a direction or an idea. It's to react to what you're being provided with, whether that's volatility, whether that's the consolidation that you're seeing in it depends on the market regime. Every market regime is different. We saw a daily consolidation for like 3 weeks there. Now we're seeing more trend. So your job is more so to just come into the session without preconceived notions, come into the session focused on your process and just react to what the markets are saying. Honestly, I'm thinking this is just a retracement and we still got more targets at. I could see it, Isaiah. I could see it. This could be a retrace and we go and we dig deeper on the monthly. What up, Dunn? What up? SpaceX is dying. That doesn't surprise me at all. The IPO came out so hot. Sheesh. I flipped it off the IPO. I flipped it off the IPO. It's so funny. I literally flipped it for like a 1 to 2 off the IPO. I think I bought it at 170 right off the open, or like right around open, and then sold it at like, I don't know if it was 220 or 219, but I flipped it for like a 2R off the open, and then I just got out. Just a quick trade off that. I only did a couple shares though. I didn't do anything crazy. Yeah, now the SpaceX dump was obvious though. Off the IPO, it's so hot. The valuation of it made no sense. I mean, didn't Elon basically set the IPO price? He just said, "Here, take this is where it's at." Good pump. Let's see if we flip the 4-hour CB or not. Imagine sells from here. It's tough to imagine until we sell down, put a new structure off, because right now 15's flipped and bullish, right? So this is new fair value if we're gonna go higher. To me, line in the sands right here, right? This red line. If we're going higher, we should see this retrace and respect fair value there, because this is now offered sell side and buy side effectively, right? So we've offered fair value. This becomes your area of fair value, where if we're gonna go higher, you want to see it do so from there. So we'll see what we do here. This is really that line in the sand for direction throughout the rest of the session for me. If we respect this and trade higher, then this should see upside more. And if we flip this, then potentially back down lower and we retrace deeper on the monthly. But we mentioned in the Discord yesterday Eyes on monthly busy chat. Once that structure started to become clear, it was pretty obvious that was draw. You know, once we begin to break this range to the downside on this candle, we're like, yep, monthly busy. It made more sense to have retracement on the monthly time frame. I already answered that. Match sells it to kill FOMO. See how the market can provide an entry for longs 15 minutes. Nah, in my opinion, to kill FOMO, P2, I want you to go back and go through every single session and understand how much opportunity the market provides. Understand the fact that the S&P and the NASDAQ are going nowhere, and every single day you're going to have different opportunities to trade. So you just have to wait for your levels to get hit and buy into your process, because once you know what you're looking for and you know that there's an abundant amount of opportunities from the markets, seeing candles like this isn't going to cause FOMO. I sit here and I literally do nothing on candles like this now, and it doesn't, I literally feel nothing. I promise you wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart, I feel nothing when the market does this. Like zero, zilch. It's because I know there's so many opportunities in the market. The S&P and the NASDAQ are going nowhere. We wait for our levels to get hit. We wait for the models. And if you can do that, you're never going to feel that FOMO when price is expanding. And honestly, these type of moves, in my opinion, for how I trade, for what I subscribe to in terms of price delivery, buying into these types of overextended pushes is just going to get you hurt more often than not. More often than not, like, generally speaking, you're going to see these moves retrace, as opposed to just having clear one-sided where you enter here and it just keeps going in your direction. Generally, you're going to see retracements before we, fall through. So buying into those large candles like that, especially up here where it's overextended, like we just hit a 4-hour SIBI, we're within 4-hour SIBI, 15 minutes overextended and hasn't retraced, you're more often than not going to see some downside and probably get hurt more often than you wouldn't. So I don't subscribe to the idea of trying to play continuation with that overextension. Whether this falls through up or not, I always wait for retracement to then get involved with continuation. That rule saves me time and time again throughout the year. Obviously, there can be a specific session where we just rip the entire session one-sided. And if that's the case and we just do this the whole session, I just don't get involved with price, and I live with that, because no matter what you do in trading, there's a pro and a con, right? It's pick your poison in everything trading. I've never ever seen something in life that is more pick your poison than trading. What I mean by that is, the decisions that you choose to make in trading, every single one is going to have a pro and it's going to have a con. I wait for retracement, right? So I wait for a retracement, and that saves me many times from trying to chase overextension and crazy moves. But when price does this, the downside of that is I won't get involved. Or if you target base hits and you go 1-to-1, well, you're going to have a much more consistent higher win rate, and you're going to see your PTs get fulfilled more, consistently than someone that targets 4R. But you're never going to have 4R trades when you target 1-to-1s. So you're going to see 1-to-1s that you take hit PT for you, and then just absolutely run for 8R. That's the downside. Every single decision that you make in trading is pick your poison. It's pros and cons. So the most important thing is that you buy into what you're doing, and you understand that downside. You understand that, okay, I'm a continuation trader, but I trade retracements. So I'm okay with price running without me if that's what it's gonna do. That's the downside. It's pros and cons. Everything is pick your poison. That's a really powerful rant I just went on, guys. You need to be bought into what you're doing. It's important stuff to understand. Trade is back up. What a pump. A good follow through. See if this wants to retrace or not. But yeah, everything is pick your poison. Everything we do. There's pros and there's cons. You have to be bought into whatever your process is. You can't buy in if you're always looking at something else or looking at what other people are doing or strategy hopping. Chat, I made the most growth in my trading when I stopped giving a F what anyone else was doing. I got on the charts. I got reps every single day. I grinded it out, and I learned from my own data, and I learned from my own strategy, and I went all in on building something that fit my personality and that resonated with me. That's not to say that I didn't learn things from people before, and that's not to say that I didn't pull things from other people in the past when I was learning, but I found consistency and I made real strides in my trading when I bought into what I was doing fully, and I just focused on me and nothing else. Everything else was noise except my data. How many trades backtest needed to prove a strategy? A ton, bro. A ton. To be, I just don't even necessarily believe in backtesting in the sense that like your best teacher is going to be live price action. Backtesting is good for pattern recognition, or if you're super mechanical, I understand where backtesting kind of plays a role. But to have conclusive data and be like, yes, this strategy works, it needs to be robust and it needs to work in a bunch of different market regimes and market environments, or it needs to have protocols or an approach for when you don't have edge, right? So you have to be able to understand when to deploy the edge and when to reel it in and not. But you need hundreds and hundreds of trades in different types of market environments, different volatility, consolidating markets, trending markets. It needs to be robust. So I spent a little bit of time backtesting in the past, more so just for pattern recognition when I was first learning, price action. But beyond that, every single piece of data I've collected is live execution through front testing price. And that's why I built this almost like spidey sense around when I can, feel high conviction in trades and not. I mean, you guys see on the stream when I tell you it's a B or an A trade, generally we get break even, we see fall through, we just are in a more favorable trade. Versus when it's a C trade and I'm lower conviction in it and you guys feel that hesitation in what I'm saying, we generally see those lack fall through and be some of our worst trades. So it's just a feel. I also just avoid a lot of losses off discretion, but I can only do that because I've watched charts for literally 7 years. I show up and I look in New York 9:30 to 12 every single day. I don't miss a day, and if I do, I have a good reason. First off, this gap before open were nice too, man. Damn, dude, the whole move before open was gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. I wish we could have gotten involved in this. Check your grinder. Get the yo. Then expand this man. Use the same comment as the other dude on TikTok, bro. Come on now. This sell down off the 5. Money is at lows. Beautiful move. Then we took out the monthly BISC and bounced. I was kidding. You don't actually have to ban him. You can put him in timeout for 30 seconds if you want. I don't care. I'm just trolling, bro. Oh, all right. We should see retracement here. We should see this candle retrace. Should see some retracement. Yo, thanks. Thanks. You're funny, bro. Did you ever use midnight? Nah, I don't use midnight. Maybe when I like first started using ICT, I had it on my chart. Like very first time using ICT. Yo, my old ICT charts are so funny, bro. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, you wanna see my old charts? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's when I started using dealing ranges. It looks so ugly though. Alright, here's the retracement chat. Retracement. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of my old charts. I'm just trying to get it sent to my own Discord. So I could put it up. I forgot there's no music. Good comms. Good comms, Thenix. It's probably mad boring on TT. Alright. I forgot about that. Thenix, is that better? Clicking in fan noise? Damn. Is it better now? Dealing ranges, that's old ICT stuff. It's basically internal and external. I still use it. It's just simplified. We're rejecting that 4-hour Sibby chat. Let's see if we flip this though. Does this hold or not? Fair value is line in the sand for me. Fair value is line in the sand for upside. We should see this hold if we're gonna go higher. If we don't, it's gonna come back down for downside. Is it connected with a different mic? Is it? Does it sound different? Does it sound different, Authentic? Compared to YT? It's softer? Why? What if I go like these? Is that better? Louder? Or is that too loud? Yo, the audio levels on it's the same? How? That's got to be better. Check, check, check. Yeah, it is soft. What if I go like these? Now it's probably clipping. It's gonna clip now. Hold on. Is that better? It's still the same or no? I'm gonna go like these. We go here. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this. I wonder if that's why the TikTok doesn't do good, is because it sounds really quiet. Chat, how's the audio now? Is it better? You said the word TT? Shoot. Shoot! I can't say that word. Good looks. I'm not supposed to say that word. Thanks, is it better? It looks like it's respecting fair value right now. Baby, baby. You like me, so you like me. She think I'm young like Lola. Baby girl, I got to know ya. Is it really what? I'ma fix it if it's not good right now. Thanks. Are you in the TT chat? I like my girl chocolate, I liquor like vanilla. I'm a track star. I got Tinga and a sprinter. Is it good or bad? Oh, you're comparing it? I bet. I'm a track star. I got Tinga and a sprinter. I got 2 for 1 for dinner. Hey. She said her love language, Apple Pay, Cash App. Check, 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 check. Audio check. Audio check. Yo, 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 yo. How he sounded? It should be better though. It should be better now. Hopefully. Get some Dior for my shorty. Yeah, it's good now. Let me hear this. Check, check, check. It is quiet. Why is it quiet on here? She like me, she's gonna make it like Doja. Yo, like Lola. Castanoia. It should be good. It's not the same, but it's better. Is the audio for the check, check, check? Why does it do that, bro? I got so fun for dinner. You shouldn't be able to hear. I'm gonna fix the audio later. I'm gonna fix it later. We're gonna figure this out. Because I feel like that affects things a lot. Microphone. I don't think that's the right one. This is confusing me. Noise suppression. It says it has noise suppression on. Audio monitoring, echo cancellation, audio signal processing. Yeah, I don't know, man. But let me hear this. That puts it on the. It's got to be mono. I'm trying to figure this out. The only way to control it. Check, check, check. It's like clipping. Doesn't sound any different. Just different music and a bit loud. I thought it was quiet. I thought it was quiet. I'll figure it out. Alright. We're just consolidating at the highs again. This is the same thing as yesterday, chat. Literally the same setup as yesterday. Same setup as yesterday. In the 4-hour SIBI. 15-minute gap. Consolidation. Sus. One more time. Is this desire a lie? Trust and believe me, can't be that easy, this here in 3D, can't be that easy, trust and believe me, yeah, back to range. Man, the shorts I opened were free. I forgot to show you guys my old charts. Let me find it. Oh no. Be that easy. Can't be that easy. Let me find the old charts, chat. Don't you try to hear yourself. Don't you try to It is a bad day. I mean, I thought the shorts in the open or like at open were good, and then the bounce off the lows is alright. I just wouldn't trade this bounce, but the shorts into the lows were solid. I don't think the open was that bad. It just like got old quick. This here in 3D, can't be that easy, just How can I put my picture on? But no, the shorts at open were decent. No. Whoa. Chat, look at this. Whoa. Failure swing. External, internal. So I was still using external. This is when I was learning external, internal. I think this is 2021 or it might be end of 2021. I don't know. Bullish dealing range. External. Gap. Draw. Oh, I do have midnight. Look, I have midnight. See, I think I was gonna say I remember using it at the very beginning of learning ICT. I don't think I love you anymore. I don't think I want you anymore. Baby, you should go and find someone else. I don't think I love you anymore. You see how my charts got even simpler? Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. My charts got even simpler. More simple. 4 hour Sibi. If we reject this, if we flip this 15, we come back down. And I think it digs deeper on the monthly, but it's really going to come down to whether we trade higher off this or not. Trading ICT, I didn't really see a setup today. I like shorts at open, but it was tough to get into. You would have had to use a change of state or something. So like I thought this was a very high conviction short into the monthly gap. I don't think I love you anymore. Hopefully you can see this. Here, I'm gonna put it over here. So I felt like the shorts off open were very high conviction. I graded it like a B. Monthly gap on the higher time frame was draw. We moved a lot overnight, which wasn't ideal, but this was a clear high conviction draw on the higher time frame. We come into session open, you see continuation basically in all facets to downside, and we still have the lows intact. We get a little bit of that retracement around open, and then that inversion to the downside was very high conviction. I was gonna short this right here, but this candle just absolutely ran, and then my R to the low was literally negative. So for me, how I'm approaching things now is I need 1 hour minimum to get involved. Like I'm targeting generally 1.5, 2 hour, 2.2, etc. But my minimum like reward on a trade needs to be at least 1. And so this would have been negative R into the low, but very high conviction. It just ran right off confirmation. If we flip this 15 chat, I think this comes back down for real. Sugar, can't explain. Baby, I'm not sure. This dude's music is so good. Of your love, baby, I'm not drunk enough yet. Oh yeah. I wish I could sing, chat. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. Unfortunately, you have to hear my trash ass vocals. Candy Crush. I've been 9 out of 10 times when the 5-minute looks like this, the buys don't work. That's true. Well, it's because we're in a consolidation. You know what I mean? When we're in a consolidation, they don't play. This is that 5-minute chop rule where I'll just sit out of this, even though it gives a framework to long. This is the trade I should have sat out yesterday, but I was forcing things and executing bad. We should have been 1.5 hour yesterday. Whether this plays or not, this is a consolidation here. Take your time. I remember adding all concepts when studying. At the low, there was an internal SMT and inversion, and the last entry was the fresh one in Abyssy. At which low? Talking about this? You long to this? It's too choppy for me. It could play, but I'm good. I was saying for the buys earlier. I was gonna say props are like WTF. I mean, after the last 3 weeks they've had, I'm sure the props are doing fine, bro. After the last 3 weeks of price action, props are probably in some country rolling in dough. Because the last 3 weeks have been dog, and I guarantee you they made an unreal amount, probably a record amount of money in this time. You know how much evals and resets were hit during that time period? Let's keep that stuff between you and me. At low day. Where was their internal SMT? Day for the day, but tonight I'm alright. Day for the day, but tonight I'll be fine. I see it. Wait. You talking about these lows? I don't really care about like the little 1 minute SMTs like that personally. When I look for the SMTs personally, this is just for me. I want to see them on the narrative time frames. I want to see them on the higher time frame. So like anything from 15 to daily is where I look for more for SMT. I don't really care about like the little, like I honestly don't even mark out little 1 minute SMT. So for example, like this, or like a little 2-3 minute candle sequence where there's SMT, I don't really care about personally. I just find that it doesn't move the needle towards anything. Like trying to see this SMT and worry about it, I don't care about it. I just don't even mark it out. Unless it's like SMT off the 15, then I'll mark it like this if it pushed. But look at the chop not playing, chat. Surprise, surprise. 5 minute chop rule in effect. And this is the exact trade we should have passed on yesterday off discretion. But when I say discretion, I mean there's nuances in price that keep me off of it, like this chop. I don't want to take a position in this shop, even if framework wise this gives a confirmation along. This is bad delivery where we're consolidating. We're also right, chat. This is literally the exact setup we took yesterday, and I told you when I took it that I shouldn't have been in it. Like I knew that I was passing on that, or I should have been passing on that setup yesterday. This is the exact same type of long where we're in that 4-hour civvy, price is teasing highs, we have good structure for continuation, but it's in a 5 minute chop and we're overextended. This is literally yesterday to a T. The difference is today I'm in the right headspace executing, whereas yesterday I feel like I just did not execute well yesterday. It's frustrating the days that you should be green and you don't finish green. Like when the model in the system has you green if you execute properly, but you make a personal mistake. That's when it's frustrating. You can't let those type of things compound or repeat. Puts on the Qs at 7:30, 0 days to expiration. Rip was Q puts. Yeah, it's shorts covering, exactly. It shows covering into these lows. I agree with that, Radius. It's just order pairing, right? So anyone who's net short, covering positions into the lows. I actually think we see more downside if this flips. My union, yeah. I got the racks on me. Run up on me, you get hit on me. They baloney. I got the racks on me. Run up on me, you get hit on me. He's watching the stream every day. Probably, bro. Wouldn't surprise me. The whole situation is unfortunate. They could even balance equilibrium of the 15 and go higher. Balance equilibrium of the 15-minute swing. I know that you're falling in love with me, and it's hard, dog. You should be fighting my love, protect your heart like a guard dog, but you know that it's okay. I got your heart, I won't break. I went to the bank, try right away against me, so you saying. I'm not talking about no X. Got my girl, don't care about her. My heart on froze. I gotta listen to good music again, chat. I'm listening to rap. You wanna go to medical school so you become a nurse? Alright, we're back to good music. If we flip this, we can see downside shorts, Loki. As I cover my face so they can see your face in me. Father, teach me how to fall in love with simple things. Surely I will give you glory for eternity. You are all I need. Once I found the master seed with just a what a heavenly. Alright, what we got? What we got? I don't wanna be far from you. You're the air I breathe, you're the air I breathe. Help me abide. This is pure range, chat. It's pure range, chat. It's pure range. Every day. Yeah, the shorts into the monthly Bissy was it, and it didn't give us it. Sleep EPA, yeah. This week sucked, man. Facing a little bit of adversity. You guys see all the highs and the lows, man. We don't hold anything back. You come to the stream, you see real trading. Like, I want you guys to know and rest assured that when you come to my stream, you see real trading. It's not no bullshit. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not only showing you highs. You see everything. Real raw trading. I don't want to be far from you. You're the air I breathe. You're the air I breathe. If we flip this 15, I think we see more downside. But right now it's just range, so we wait. Da na 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 na. Like whoa, like get hard, but I still gotta stop. Pure 5-minute chop, chat. We stay out of that. You see the difference on these 15s when it's overextended? Eat a pickle on stream for Sir Pickle. Yo, pickles are actually fire though. Like dill pickles are so good. Play the body Power Ranger. And I also love my neighbor. Just to be clear, chat, I don't hate the dude. Like, I don't wish bad on him. I don't hate anyone. I don't have animosity in my heart. Like, I wish him the best. I don't like what he does, and I don't like the way that he moves. And I told him that. But I don't have any hate for him. So, I don't have any hate in my heart for anyone. The Bible says to love your enemies. More than you love your neighbors. More than you love your friends. I'm not saying he's an enemy. I'm just saying I don't like the way he moves, but I got no hate for him, and I wish him the best. If we flip this 15-minute BISI, I see downside. Like, yeah, I still got all this done. Chat, who would I be to preach the word from the Bible and then hold hate in my heart? You know what I mean? I'll just be a hypocrite. Like the Pharisees. I think we see downside, chat. I do think we see downside. Let's see if we flip this 15-minute BISI, we can see, you know, potentially continuation downside back to new lows, because I could see this dig deeper on the monthly personally. Respecting 4-hour fair value. It is. Yeah, we could range because we did take out monthly objective. In my opinion, we probably took out our weekly objective for the day. I don't think that we see like crazy expansion to the downside, but I do think it goes lower. Yeah, we rejected this fair value. I definitely like lower in terms of direction. The W discretion, chat. Chat, I really love you guys, man. I wake up every day. I love what I do. I really hope that we can grow the stream, and I hope that what's real will prevail. I'm just going to continue to be myself, be real, and be transparent, and hopefully more people will recognize that, and the stream will start to grow more. But I really love you guys, and I appreciate you guys that are here from the beginning. You guys are like the OGs to the stream. And so when we're much bigger, and we're averaging, you know, 500, 1,000 viewers, all these things, I'm going to recognize every single one of your names in the chat. I'm always going to be talking to you. You're in the Discord with me. We can chat anytime. Like, I am here, whether you guys want to vent or you guys want to talk trading, anything outside of trading, I'm here for you. You guys are OGs. I love every one of you. I really appreciate you guys supporting the journey. And hopefully you're learning something too. 15-minute BISI. And we were flipping this, so we should really see low. Does this one actually follow through to downside though? That's the question. Is really, it's at this point, it's not direction to me, it's fall through. Next daily low is here, so it'd be this. But do we even want to reach for that this session? Because we already ran out monthly BISI. This very well could consolidate rest of the session, and this was the target for the, like, that was weekly target most likely met right here was the monthly BISI. So we want to trade towards those weekly targets before they're met, and then we want to sit out after they've been met. So there's a good chance that we kind of just mess around here. But if this really falls through lower, we could potentially play shorts down. I don't have too much conviction in this wanting to fall through. Good where I'm at. That's where I'm at. No, good where I'm at. That's where I'm at. No, good where I'm at. That's where I'm at. No, good where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. To the day that I die, when we meet in the sky, we'll be vibing. Do we want to actually fall through here, chat? Is the question. I personally, I think this retrace is deeper. Today, I don't know, but just in terms of the higher time frame, in terms of direction in the higher time frame, I think that this retraces into the monthly fair value. I see a deeper retracement before we get in continuation. This song, let me hear it. Yeah, I gotta change some of the music, bro. Let's blast the song. Oh, it just ended. Yeah, the music is gonna have to get changed for sure. The music is for sure gonna have to get adjusted. But I think this monthly comes down, sinks deeper. Good work, man. I'm good. I'm good. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. If this flips hard, we could potentially play short continuation. This is looking kind of choppy in the 1 hour though. What do you think is weaker? It almost looks like ES, but ES has been stronger the whole session, which makes me lean IQ. This is a bit choppy though, and there's a chance that this was just there's a chance that this was low a day and that this just stays range the rest of the day. Like I think there's a really solid chance that this kind of just does this for the rest of the session. If I had to pick gun to my head, I think that's what happens personally, because we've swept out monthly BISI. I think the odds of this actually running down and putting in new low a day at this point is pretty low probability. It's probably gonna do this. But I like the way this is flipping. I'd probably still lean NQ just because that's what it... NQ's shown more weakness the whole session. So I'd probably still lean NQ. What up, chat? Let's see, let's see. I have a feeling this will stay internal though. Just makes a lot of sense after we've already taken out monthly BISI. Classic reverse hockey stick pattern. We tag the monthly gap inside that retrace up. Lord, I need wisdom. Better we touch some grass? We might have to in a second. We'll see. If this gets real speed through this, then we can maybe play that to the lows. But we got to see it. You know what I mean? This has to really get some speed to downside. Otherwise, I think this trade's internal. I need wisdom. Like, there's a solid chance this consolidates. But if we run hard here, then we come back down for the lows. We still have 5 hours in the session. Definitely looking for lower though bias, personally. Yeah, this might stay internal, chat. The shorts at open were so good too. The shorts at open were it. This week sucked. This week actually sucked. The last two, Thursday, Friday got better though, and then we broke range yesterday. So we broke range yesterday night. So hey, at least we have broken that daily range. La la la, hallelujah, by and by, ah, fly away. People say they got your back, but really they don't got your back. Oh Lord, I know there's a plan for his sons and his daughter. I'm 16 and I just passed my first eval. Let's go, bro. Good stuff. Let's go, let's go. I went. Na na na, hallelujah, by and by. Let's go, let's go. Starting at 16 is fire, dude. You got a lot of time to get really good at the craft. Breathe in, breathe out. See my wife and my child. What are we saying? Because I like lower still, but I think it just consolidates. I wouldn't want a longer hair. KYC. Yeah. Yo. Bro, just say KYC. KYC despises that, man. Da da da, hallelujah, by and by. I didn't even think about that, Buggle. Oh glory, fly away. Downside, chat. Downside, downside. Flip this 15. Downside, probably just see this flip and then do this. Realistic. I think that's a realistic outcome for the rest of the session now that we've already ran out monthly BIST to the lows. What up, Aiden? What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. What up, what up? OCOEE. Being a hurt. All of the hurt. Finally spending my time on the things that I love. Finally loving again. 5 minutes, Sibby. What up, Carlo? What's up, man? How you doing? Everywhere everyone want me to be. Let's see if we get this flip. Damn, that hurt. Finally spending my time on the things that I love. Finally loving again. Cold in Chile. Chile. That's crazy. It's cold there? Oh, you guys are probably... Are you guys in winter? Is it winter there or am I bugging? Yeah, it's winter. I was gonna say. That's crazy. It's summer for me. This is summer price. Generally, so that's weird. So for you, winter price action is generally probably bad, right? So for you in Chile, winter price is what's bad. Summer price is good for you. Dang, so the summers are probably fun. For me, it's the opposite. Summer price is bad. Winter price is good. That's interesting. I think we see this range. Most likely outcome scenario for the rest of the session is range. Finally loving again. Remember back then when I wouldn't let nobody in? Celsius 10 or Fahrenheit. It's 50 degrees? I use Fahrenheit. So I'm in the US. It's 50 degrees. Damn. Am I pronouncing that right? Chile? Because obviously Americans probably say Chile. Chile. That's not following that red lines, bro. I think it will. Watch. We're gonna start consolidating. I think this starts chopping. Chile. Let's see if we flip this 15 though. Nice. If we get speed through these lows, then we can play to the next low day, but I don't know if we'll even see it. Because like I said, we've already taken out that weekly target. Right, so this is a higher time frame target we've already achieved. Most likely that's filling that FVG. To me, this is the monthly target that we've already achieved. We achieved it right at open. Then you saw shorts kind of cover up right through here. To me, this is just shorts covering. I think it comes back down though. And the reason I think that is because I think this monthly leg has more room of retracement. I think the monthly has more room for retracement and that we can still fall through lower. But I don't know if it'll happen today, but I expect that on the higher time frame. I just don't think that this is ready to run back towards all-time highs. Eventually, we're gonna run back up through these low resistance highs though. It's just a matter of how deep this wants to retrace on the monthly. But they set all this up through that chop. This will get blasted through. Right now, I'm on the daily. You can see in the bottom right here. It'll always show my time frame. This is daily. I think we see a deeper retracement into the monthly gap, and then this will bounce up. You'll probably see a lot of speed through these highs, and then that'll be that run back towards all-time highs. But I've been waiting, bro. I asked my stream. I feel like I've been waiting on this retracement into the monthly BISI for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. We waited so long to see this retracement, bro. Because this had to happen before we go and push hard all-time highs. I said that many times. It's just price delivery. For us to fall through back towards all-time highs and put in those new good highs, this leg first needs to retrace. It's just been very choppy before then. What up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys tapping into the stream, man. Hopefully you guys can learn something. Right now we're just trying to see if this 15 flips, and then if this 15-minute gap flips the downside, then we can potentially see again that fall through. I don't know if we will. Just to repeat myself again, because we've already achieved that monthly objective of the BISI, so you might see more consolidation through the lower time frame for the rest of the session. But yeah, whatever time frame I'm on, you're always gonna see in the bottom right of the screen right here. What up, Brian? How we doing though? How'd you guys do today? Like, are you guys green, red, break even? Because I feel like Thursday, Friday were better, but Monday through Wednesday was just sloppy price. Thursday, Friday was better PA though, you know what I mean? Like it just truly delivered better towards the end of the week. The problem is with today was we kind of achieved that monthly objective before even opening the session. Been holding since 30K. What, you shorted? Wait, we didn't even hit 30K. You've been holding what since 30K? I'm confused. Oh, we did hit 30K. You've been swinging short since. Wait, let me see. I'm bugging. Daily. So probably end of June, end of May. I mean, you're swinging. That's fire. That is a fire hold. When'd you get in? What day? That's fire, dude. Good stuff. I'm assuming you're a dude. You have a great profile picture though, so I actually don't know. If I misgendered you, I apologize. You probably got in middle of May, end of May. Loading 50. Okay. Let's see if we flip this 15. But yeah, we should see more downside. I think that a good cover or start partialing in here, but you're gonna see most likely this monthly range get rebalanced deeper. You're most likely gonna see retracement to the area for value. That makes the GOAT, man. Let's be ready to scan the barcode for a promo, where we might have to drop a promo code. You guys can scan it. Said I'm almost up someone's yearly salary, 34K today, and still want to trade. I'll call it a day. Little flex for Michael. Summer 2 in India. Oh really? Monsoon? Why didn't you consider the 1-minute BISI invalidated because of the 15-minute BISI? What do you mean? Why didn't I consider a 1-minute flip up here? That's why it feels like weeks. Because you've been waiting for weeks? Straight up. It feels like weeks because I've been waiting for weeks for it. Straight up. You're right. You're right. You're not wrong. We literally have been saying, I think since, I don't know. We would have to go fact check the Discord of the streams. I'm too lazy to go fact check when I was looking for this retrace, but been waiting for it for straight up weeks. Flat, yeah. Shorts into the lows are free if we got a good confirmation. I've been in since high week. So since yesterday. Put in nowhere where nobody see. You're probably gonna see consolidation the rest of the session, real rap. Like you're gonna most likely see this sit in this area. That's what I think is most highest probability of happening. And then coming in next week, we'll probably see a deeper retrace on the monthly. I'm not convinced this wants to run back up yet though. Like I'm definitely not buying no all-time high run yet. It's gonna take some time. I don't think the retracement on the monthly is over. This damn near ran all through last night though, through Asia, London. I don't want no pressure cause I know you're with me. For a micro S&P, I see an opportunity. 7521 for shorts. Like you want to play continuation shorts? If it gave a good sequence off that, you could try it. Again, my only knock on trying to play shorts right now would be what I've been saying, which is we've already kind of hit that higher time frame objective here, the monthly, right? So to me, what the intention of this week in terms of what price wanted to do, like achieve this low in the monthly BISI tag, its intention has already been achieved. It's almost like that goal that it set out for the week has been accomplished, right? So we've ran that target, meaning there's a solid chance that this consolidates the rest of the session. But in terms of bias, I lean downside as well. I'm just more so from a delivery perspective, I have a feeling this isn't going to really fall through back towards low a day. So like if you're going to try and play a short down towards low a day here, I have a hard time buying into the idea that we run all the way back to low day. Mainly just because, like I said, that higher time frame objective has been achieved. Like your best trades are gonna be before we achieve that monthly BISI tag. So like at open, playing that short down to the monthly gap would have been free, but of course it didn't give the. I'll show you. If you guys were in the stream earlier, we were trying to play this right here to downside. Hold on, wait. We were trying to play this flip to downside. That was free. It just closed. This candle ran, and then the R on it was negative. So we just waited. I was just a criminal outlaw. Bias says MES will reach London low during the day. I like lower bias, but again, I'm not necessarily bought into the idea that this is gonna run back towards low day. It could. But I got to see it at a price. Like I need to see some speed if this is going to start running. I think it's just a solid possibility of this just consolidating the rest of the session. We also ran really hard overnight, right? So if we see expansion all through, look how much we ran since London, right? So this whole move down through London is just expansion to downside. Price is reaching for that monthly BISI. And then what you see after falling through all through London and Asia is price tag that monthly BISI right at New York Open. So it's almost like boom, New York Open, we've achieved the objective. And then now you're kind of seeing the 1 hour chop. Like look at ES 1 hour. Pretty yucky. It feels like it's cleaner than it is, you know what I mean? Because we are tagging the 4 hour SIBI and rejecting, but I don't know how high conviction I am that this falls through all the way back to low of day, but I like downside, especially on the higher time frame. I don't think that this retracement's done with. I have a hard time believing this monthly would be done with this retracement, but once we see a good flip of structure on the 4 hour and daily, then you can start to see upside towards all-time highs. I'm just not there yet. You'd have to see this flip and put in new structure. ES is still leading for longs, and then I like NQ for lower. This week was ass delivery though, chat. This was not good delivery. Thursday, Friday were better than every other day though. NQ 1035 candle BISI flipped you didn't consider because of the 15-minute BISI. And 1035. 1035. Oh, this inversion. It's just too soon for me structurally. Yeah, we'd be shorting right into that 15-minute gap, the upside. What up? What up? What up? What up? Price is tired from all the movement. Yeah, I think we've moved. We've seen our expansion overnight. Objective achieved. I have a feeling that this is lethargic. It's almost like the intention of price is gone for me, in my opinion, because we've already achieved the objective. I know I keep repeating myself, but a lot of people don't understand what I mean by that, so I'm trying to elaborate. Like when I say things and people don't actually fully get what I mean by it, I want to substantiate it, so that's why I'm kind of repeating what I'm saying. Today I just passed my account challenge. Let's go. Congrats, bro. It's fire. Been in short since 39.64. Dollar cost averaging and hedging since June. Interesting. I still like downside. Yeah, just be careful where you exit. I don't know how you manage your trades, but I still like lower, but definitely start to take some profit if we dig deeper into this monthly leg, because most likely what you'll see, like I was saying, is a deep retracement into this, and then we get ES and NQ run back towards all-time highs. I mean, ultimately you're playing retracement shorts. Like if you think about contextually what your shorts are, you're playing a retracement of that higher time frame leg. I'm looking to flip that whole structure. You think it's gonna flip this gap? Interesting. You think it's gonna flip the order flow? Interesting. I always personally I'm not trying to affect your, obviously you manage the trade how you manage the trade, have your own analysis, but I always submit to the order flow, right? So this is a all-time high market, you know what I mean? Like we were just at all-time highs. ES and NQ are made to go up. They always put in new all-time highs. So I'm always submitting to that monthly order flow. So I'd be partialing here and trying to take some out there. But if we flip these gaps, then you see more downside, yeah. But for me right now, I would expect this to retrace, then potentially run back all-time high. It just depends on if we flip that. If we flip the gaps, then yeah, more downside. What's a FVG? FVG is a fair value gap. So like these are fair value gaps. This is a bullish fair value gap. Bullish fair value gap. Basically an imbalance in price when we see, volume, we see buyers and sellers step into the market. It's just displacement. It's a good way of gauging, intention of price, speed of price. Look at the chop, chat. I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard, chat. This is just chart time. Like I'm not I'm not a genius. I just look at a lot of charts. This is probably going to consolidate the rest of the session. You think it'll go lower? In terms of the rest of the session, I think we're gonna chop. Right, so I think this push up is just false in terms of I don't think we're gonna go put in. I'd be very surprised if we go and we flip this 4-hour SIBI. I think that this just messes around in here. Most likely we reject this 15-minute SIBI and we see a little bit more downside, but it's just gonna consolidate like this. I'd be very surprised if we make any type of intentional move here at this point in the session. I don't know how else to explain it other than like price to me has lost its intention for the week because we've achieved that monthly target. It's like what price has set out to do, it's already done. So at this point, it'll just wait till next week. At least that's what I subscribe to. Hopefully that makes sense. I think there's a very, very, very high probability this consolidates. If we flip the 4-hour BISI, then you know, maybe this puts in structure up, but I really would not expect that to happen. I don't think the monthly retracement's over with. Like we've tagged that monthly gap, but I think it digs deeper. Most likely next week. I'm living with my hands up. Yes, sir. This is a gnarly wick, chat. But that's the monthly BISI tag. So this SIBI on the 4-hour is kind of going to be that line in the sand around direction going into the next week. These gaps are going to be very telling. These gaps are going to be very telling. If we sell off these, we should see more downside and retracement on the monthly leg. We had no distribution below the 4-hour manipulation up. We had a ton of distribution. What do you mean? Maybe I'm just misinterpreting what you're saying, but we had a ton of distribution to downside through the overnight. This is all distribution into the monthly gap, which to me, monthly gap was the target for the month and the week. Everything I got, I'ma let it go. I'm trying to see if we have a bunch of, hold on. Hey, God, love my shine. Show me your grace. Chat, we've been looking for this for a minute. I mean, this was just us mentioning it yesterday, but we've been looking for it. If you guys have been in the streams, we've been looking for a monthly gap for mad long. Dude, April is so good. Let's see. Say God my shine. Show me your hand. I mean the 4-hour wick. We've already had that manipulation up into the SIBI to me. This is fair value to me, so if we're gonna see downside, I should respect fair value here. Alright, think about it. Price offer sellers a chance, buyers a fair chance, sellers a fair chance. So this is now fair value for downside. Meaning all of this has been efficiently delivered price. So if we're gonna go lower, it should do so from there. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, this is just gonna be chop rest of the session most likely. Tough week, chat. Boring ass week. Slow ass week. Booty ass week. Does your indicator come with the for value gaps? Yeah, auto marks out for value gaps. We just have to finish refining it. We're still working on it. Still like downside, but I think it's gonna consolidate rest of the session. Price didn't touch the monthly gap on NAS 100. Yeah, I don't look at CFD though. I just look at futures. But yeah, like I said, I still think we dig lower either way. I'm not ready to say this is bottom and we deliver back towards all-time highs yet. There's likely a deep retrace. But yeah, I just use futures contracts. But I can look at CFDs if you want. Oh yeah, let me put... What CFD you want me to look at? Like in terms of what data feed? What broker? I guess it's not Forex, it's technically CFD. Would it be... It's US 500, US 100, right? I see markets. Skilling? I don't even know what skilling is. Yeah, we haven't tagged him yet. I honestly still like a lot more downside. Like I think that this retracement's not over with. Then we see this. Crying out for you, yeah, crying out, I'm crying out for you. I'm crying out, I'm crying out, crying out, yeah. I'm in longs. You about to get cooked, buddy. You about to get cooked, buddy. GG's. GG's, MMBA. You about to get chopped up in a blender. Bro's playing real life Fruit Ninja. Bro's playing Fruit Ninja in real life. I'm just trolling, but I feel like there's a decent chance you get chopped up, to be blunt. Crying up, you. Look at the difference right now in discrepancy. It's a tough spot to long. Most likely chops. Be your range on the 5 minute. Yeah, right. I think that the market stays sideways. I think there's a very, very solid chance that we kind of hold within this area and just do this. There's something in here, you know what I mean? Just internal is what we're most likely gonna see. I bet you $5, $5 whole dollar, $5, $5 buckaroonies. So when you do me up and down. Look at now they're decoupled a little bit. It's like ES is pulling it down. Yankees trying to pump here. But yeah, man. Pretty shit week. I want to stop swearing, but sometimes shit is the best adjective for describing something, and I feel like for this week it is very applicable. So I'll refrain from swearing, but feel like that one was necessary. This week was bad, man. This is a very, very bad week. Thursday, Friday we're cleaner, which is good and encouraging because now we're breaking the higher time frame range, which means we'll probably see better PA. But very bad week, bad delivery. Last 3 weeks have been slow, choppy, decoupled. Worst price I've seen all year, damn near. I know. You love me so, me so, me so. I think this will chop rest of the day, chat. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys always watching the stream and tuning in. You guys are OGs. Like, you guys are here at the beginning of the streaming. Things are gonna grow a lot. I'm excited for it. I hope that you guys can appreciate real trading. And someone that really shows the highs and the lows and is transparent and is real. I'm not showing you just what you want to see. I execute live on the chart. Like, there's no sketchy manipulation weird shit when you watch my stuff, guys. So you know what you're getting. It's exactly what you see. So when you come to stream, you'll see a real trader. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, you guys tuning in every day. We're back again Monday, 9:30 a.m. Hopefully price gets better. We'll start running it up again. I think we're still up like 27R in the last 2 months or something near that. It might not be exactly 27R, but we're up a good 25, 27R in the last 2 months. So slower last couple weeks, and that's real trading. But really appreciate you guys, man. Spend some time with God today. Spend some time with the Lord. Hug your loved ones. Enjoy the weekend. We'll talk soon. See you guys Monday morning.